welcome to This Very Moment Collective. You are right on time. Whenever you're watching this reading is timeless. Tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, the universe. We're going to see what spirit has for us in this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, candles burned on my altar. All that stuff is over there. And we're going to get into this message that spirit has for us today. So right away, I was getting a strong twin flame energy, and me personally, I try not to focus too much on these terms like twin flame, soulmate. I try to leave it more open-ended because there's so many forms of relationships that serve so many different purposes, things that we don't even have names for yet. So a lot of them have a lot of overlap, but I was hearing that very specifically. So for that twin flame energy to come through so strong in my reading, I'm like, okay, I know spirit has something to say specifically to people in this dynamic or following this dynamic, because typically I don't really think about it too much. So this is what we got right away. Spirit's calling me to tap into the energy of the person and then tap into you. So we got some cards for them. We got some cards for you. First up, from their perspective, we have, I wish things could be different and finding out the truth crushed me. So right away, I was getting an energy for some of you, that runner chaser dynamic that is common with the twin flame dynamic, that is going away, and it's like reinvigorated and the roles are reversed. So I see this person chasing you, and not just in the sense that, oh, they're always calling you, they're reaching out to you, this and that, in the sense that energetically, they're very much so focused in and tapped in on you, what you have going on in your energy. So they're pulling on you energetically. You're likely having dreams or, having the thoughts of them pop up, and it's like, I'm not even worried about this kid anymore. Like, why is this coming up in my head? That is them pulling on your energy. This person is having a hard time accepting that things are changing and moving. And for all of you, it's not even that you're moving away from them in the sense that you got them blocked, you'll never talk to them again, things are over. For a lot of you, it's more of an energetic shift of you focusing your attention elsewhere. It's like from the heart space, and also just energetically, spiritually, we have a twin flame connection. That is what it is. But like my attention and what I can do on my end, that I want to channel towards a business, that I want to channel towards having more fun, more adventure, that I want to channel towards my home ownership journey, whatever you're focusing on right now. And that's really all it is. It doesn't have very much to do with them. For some of you, it's just like, I don't have enough time. I'm naturally not focused as much on my twin flame dynamic, stepping out of that dynamic. And it's not even like, oh, I really want to stick it to them. It's just more like, that's naturally the way my life is going. I'm focused on other things now. This person has realized that you're shifting away from them energetically. And I really do feel like that is the truth that crushed them or hurt them. To see that you would actually step out of the dynamic. Yeah, I'm hearing give up. Oh my God, I'm hearing that song. Say something, I'm giving up on you. So, oh my goodness, like this person, they're really going through it, not gonna lie. Like channeling these old Y2K. Music used to be so much more deep, by the way. Like I was just thinking about that the other day. Like music just don't hit the same. I used to have like a playlist that I would turn on for optimal sadness when I just needed a good cry. And it's like, you don't even have any songs like that anymore that can bring those emotions out of you. Side note. But anyways, I was hearing that. So this person is struggling with the fact that you're walking away, if you are intentionally, or that you're focusing on something else. And I feel like the truth is that, I am seeing some of you lose patience, and that is something that they're struggling to accept. But also there's an acceptance that the two of you are different, and this person thought that you guys would never ever feel that way. And now I'm hearing trauma bond. So maybe because of a trauma bond, they thought if anyone understood if anyone understood them, it was you, and vice versa. If anyone understood you, it was them. So they are so crushed by the fact that you could even imagine yourself with another person, even if things between the two of you weren't so great. We need to let each other go. and I want to be more than friends. This is a hard energy to deal with. For me, even as a reader, it's kind of like, I can see that this person definitely has some indecisiveness, or they could have like a rapidly changing mindset. They could be someone who really runs on emotion versus logic. So it's like their dialogue, their opinion, their belief, what they want is always changing, because it's kind of going with whatever emotion they're feeling. So sometimes it's like we have really good connection. Sometimes it's like this person feels like I'm the enemy. It's like, what's going on here? So I know you guys must have, goodness, to hang on to something like this had to feel really tough. I do actually like that this person has at least gotten to a place where they can acknowledge that it's better for the two of you to let each other go, if it's emotionally, spiritually, temporarily, in whatever way. Not everyone's journey is so cut and dry, like, oh, we'll never see each other again. And honestly, even if you go through your entire twin flame journey, I just saw 555. Some people end up just naturally still in that person's presence, just on some like spiritual magnetism. We're always magnetized towards each other. You go on vacation, you see this person on vacation, you haven't talked in 5 years, and it's like, did we end up vacationing in the same spot at the same time? Like, really, universe? You'll have that a lot of times with the twin flame dynamic. So I don't even feel like it's something like that where you've made up your mind that you're done, and it's never going to work, or you're never going to speak again. But you're definitely reclaiming your power, and that's triggering the heck out of this person. We have the blue jay with assertive, daring, and universal wisdom. It says you're being guided to be aware of the synchronicities in your life. You're entering a time of intellectual and spiritual growth. New truths are forming each day. Be fearless, trust your gut, be your authentic self, and take inspired action, and what you desire will come to fruition. So Spirit's on that same type of energy that you're on. Like, listen, we got some lucky energy around you. And this is a time where you could have a lot of luck if you're acting on that intellectual and spiritual growth, your new truths that are coming to you. It's going to open up new doors and possibilities for you. So you want to be present for that. Doors that have been closed for you before are now opening. You're alchemizing, you're changing. Therefore, what you have access to energetically, financially, spiritually, in terms of relationships and friendships, all of that is shifting. So yes, there are going to be new options that are coming through, and you'll be able to follow through on those options and meet some new people and date and all of that. But this person kind of feels like it's a personal attack. They're feeling really left behind, and they're feeling really triggered. They know that you need to let each other go for whatever reason, even if it's temporary because it's just been toxic lately. They can at least acknowledge, okay, we need a break, but the truth that you're genuinely not in alignment, or they may not be able to catch up to you, or you may not have respect for them anymore, or you may not even like them anymore, that is absolutely crushing this person. They do wish things were different. This was throwing me off in the pre-pull. I want to be more than friends. Soon as that card came out, Spirit was showing me, for a lot of you, this person would literally stay connected to you for life if you allowed them to. This is the kind of person that will literally be like, go through, like, be in hell with you, like, they're down for the talk, even if it's toxic, unhappy, they're unhappy, this and that, but at the same time would still hold on to you forever. So even in the midst of this person knowing or feeling like, okay, it's better for us to have a break or to separate, they still in their heart of hearts want to be more than friends. And I feel like you benefit this person greatly being connected to them. So they're really scared of the access that they're losing through their connection with you. They could have leveled up aesthetically. They could have leveled up financially, mentally. You could have access to friends, experiences. You could be someone who's just tapped in, all the cool spots, this and that. They lose access to all of that, not being connected to you anymore. And yeah, I'm hearing certain experiences they're losing access to. So it's just like, that is really tough for them, and they're really struggling, and you're their safe space, even if it's through like a trauma bond, and they're not exactly ready to miss out on that connection. Can't lie. We got the Griffin with balance, clarity, and spiritual enlightenment. It says you're being guided to find the harmonic balance of your body, soul, and mind. The abundance you seek is within you. You are strong, independent, and fearless. Take flight and achieve what you desire. So yeah, there's a really lucky, supercharged energy around you at this time. You're gaining access to things that you didn't have access to before. Things that you weren't in alignment with before, you're now coming into alignment with. So now we're just kind of in this, like, I don't know, a spirit is showing me a hot potato. Like, we're in this energy where it's like you either catch it and you take claim of it, or you drop it and maybe someone else could, have a chance with it, whatever. Like, that's how energy works. Like, it's like your life is going in a certain direction and you're making choices, you're doing the best for yourself. But we're always crossed by fate, destiny, blessings, lucky transits, astrologically, angels helping us out, spirit helping us out. There's always a chance and possibility that something can manifest without your expectation, without you even doing anything to make that happen. You're already on your own path doing your best. There's always a chance for something else to swoop in, cross you, and to manifest something brilliant. And that's where we're at right now. So I feel like that's why you feel some of you may be anxious if you're having a little bit of analysis paralysis. If you have a lot of ideas, just write them down, put them in a, random number picker, and whatever number it is on the list, all right, that the number picker picks, literally just go for it if you're truly that indecisive. But typically you kind of know what's really calling you, and it's more fear that you have to get over to pursue it, because usually people know what they want, but it's the uncertainty that really gets them and stops them. I see a lot of clearing happening for you right now. I'll pull some romance cards just to see if Spirit's got anything to say about that, about what's next, but not gonna yai. It seems like you moving forward is more right now about you and collecting all of your positive experiences, having some dharma unfold, finding a new purpose or a temporary purpose, or stepping into that next new level of life. We got the Seven of Swords reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed. So Spirit is telling you to take a hands-off approach where you allow things to basically choose their own fate and destiny by falling how they fall. We have the King of Coins reversed. So I am seeing you stepping away from this person, and this could be someone that King of Coins reversed at some point maybe you wanted to build a life with. That being in reverse is giving me an energy that the money isn't worth it, or whatever value you associated with them wasn't really worth it. So Nine of Wands reverse, it's kind of like, all right, I feel like I'm going against the grain. Let me stop. Let me just stop going against the grain, and let me just see like what's available. And you're noticing like you're crossed right now with a bunch of lucky energy and opportunities, and these opportunities are for you and only you. By the way, I just saw 1313. So if you try to bless other people with what you're being given, you could create a destiny swapping situation where you kind of just end up giving people your luck and fortune. We got the Page of Cups reversed. We got the Ace of Cups reversed. So I do see you letting something go. I'm tapping into someone who's confused about if they should quit something. It feels like school. It feels like a class or a certification or a career you had been pursuing. And yeah, not gonna lie, I am seeing that being phased out. So I do see Spirit bringing into you something that's more fitting. Yeah, it kind of feels boring. Maybe for someone it's toxic. I am hearing health, but first I was getting an energy of technology, or being on the back end doing like some sort of, not accounting work, but some sort of back office work I was seeing. We have the Two of Wands here with the Eight of Swords reversed. It's best to watch the cards fall. Two of Wands, not gonna lie, I am seeing that you are still looking. Maybe it's not that you're hoping to build a life with the twin flame still, but with the Ace of Cups reversed, it's just like I've poured so much into it. I feel like I may lose or end up at a deficit if I give up at this point, or I want to hear all of this from them. You know, there's something specific that in your mind you've kind of decided that you need in order to be able to move forward. And, you know, it's worth manifesting if it's really weighing you down. It's worth manifesting a conversation if that's what you really need, or, you know, getting some healing work done so you can get them out of your energy, do a cord cutting, or, you know, something more extreme to really make that happen. But I see spirit kind of replacing a lot of the things that was in your life with new things anyways. So there is a loss and a period of, you know, kind of feeling down, and I feel like that's normal and that's fine. Five of Wands reverse is good. Not engaging in drama, not allowing someone to get you out of your mind and back into your emotions. Three of Coins reversed, not using the resources that you have now either. I'm also hearing that someone learned something about manifestation though. Oh, and I just heard manifestation may not be for you at this time, for someone specifically who's already feeling that. So I feel like, okay, now I just heard opened up a portal, so I'll have to look more into that. But there may have been a portal opened up or a negative experience that someone has had with a specific manifestation or with a specific person or with a specific type of magic. So if you have done magic to, you know, anything to do with your twin flame, that may have backfired or had a negative effect. So yes, I am hearing spirit say, go ahead and cleanse that out of your energy and chill on the magic for a while. We got the good juju card. It says someone is sending you positive energy. So it's a good time to call in some positive energy by doing like a cleansing, clearing, and more focusing on that energetically. A lot of messages coming through now about like divination, magic. We got the divination card. It says the information you seek will be found in a reading. Seek and you shall find. This could be a confirmation that a message was for you if you were wondering that just a second ago. This could also be a confirmation of spirit saying, go ahead and get that personal so that you can have someone give you your exact next steps, your exact direction based on your life so that you can get a start on this journey without doubt. So we do have the rekindled card that has come up. It says old emotions are brought back to the surface, platonic or romantic. So I do see with the twin flame, there will be at least a conversation that will happen. I've got a bunch of cards that flew out. I'm not going to take all of those, but I do want to get a romance message just to kind of, you know, see what spirit has for us next. I have a deck over here I'll use. Take this one. All right, let's see. Spirit. Okay, right away. Spirit, can you tell us anything about how collective is moving forward in love? Okay, seriously, we got the prophecy card coming from this deck. 2 crystal balls back to back with that symbolism. We got divination. Now we got prophecy. Spirit is saying this is coming to fruition. I'm getting ask and you shall receive energy. You already know I got all that stuff on my Etsy shop, but if you're witchy, as long as you're not using old methods, go ahead and do that new method Spirit is calling you towards. I'm seeing that being very fruitful for you. But I'm definitely also seeing Spirit saying like tap into your specific path so you can get your specific next steps and confirmations that this is for you. We got finding the key and we got blossoming romance. So I see you figuring out what was missing, and honestly, some of you may have figured out what was missing through the twin flame journey. There were naturally things that you loved about your twin flame, and then on the other end, there were things that you could have done without when it comes to your twin flame. Through the twin flame journey, that in itself could be the thing that is now allowing new love to blossom. That could be the key. So the information that you kind of learned from this past experience could be exactly the thing that's leading you into the arms of the new person. Some of you are being called to leave it open-ended. Some of you are being called to write down exactly what it is that you're looking for in a romantic partner. Definitely big transformation coming up for you. And with this blossoming romance, I am seeing new energy on that. We have the tide of transition and the flame of courage. Absolutely, with that flame of courage. Having courage is going to be the most important thing right now, because that's really the only thing that's kind of holding you back from fully committing to moving into the next, the next kind of phase in life. On the other end of this twin flame connection, it says, ignite the flame of courage, lighting the path of bravery amidst the shadows of fear. So Spirit is saying there's going to be all of that around you, fear, worry, even other people. Don't be afraid to limit connections with other people that are tied to your old life or tied to that twin flame, so that you do not be held back through them. I was talking to a girl recently, and she was telling me about how she noticed that she kept getting pulled back into an older romantic connection because she was connected to a friend that was still connected and talking to, hanging out with that person. And so every time they would hang out, it's almost like she was waiting for it. The moment they would, come together, that girl would immediately just like, oh, he's got this going on right now, and this is who he's talking to, and this is where I saw him, and this is what he did, this is what he said. Oh my God, he was acting so this and that at the function, da da da. And that was kind of pulling her back every time. And she's like, can we figure this out? And really, what it boiled down to was, it's not always just that person. I just saw 2121. Sometimes it's the people, even the places associated with them. I've had to give up oh my God, such good restaurants so I could fully let go of past connections. So it is hard. Trust from a foodie. It is hard, but it can be done. And it really, really is so much better. The tide of transition, it says, embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into work and love. So Spirit's like, I want you to have the best of both worlds. A great working life, definitely got a lot of new opportunities coming up for that. And also a great love life. And I'm going to give you both. You won't even have to choose. So that's what I got for us today. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.